Okay, now it's okay. So there are four objectives. First objectives being understand how to conduct productive meetings. Number two is learn to prepare a clear agenda for the meeting. Number three is identify key points for accurate minute taking. Number four is learn how to write formal meeting minutes. That is why I have told you we are giving high weight on the writing clearly agenda, writing meeting minutes, and all these things, right? That part. Now let's go to the overview of conducting meetings. We should know what is the purpose for meetings. There are different purposes for meetings. There are especially informative meetings, urgent meetings, right? Informative meetings, urgent meetings, decision making meetings. These types of different types of meetings are there. So there are two main roles. There are two main roles in the meeting. First one is the person who is conducting the meeting. He is called chairperson. In some of the meetings, you call the presiding person, and there's another person who is participants for the meeting. Two categories. And the third person also there who is taking the meeting minutes as well. So there are three basic principles in a meeting. Three basic principles in a meeting. As you all know, in Sri Lankan context, especially Sri Lankan context, we do not follow these principles very regularly. One is be on time for the meeting. Be on time for the meeting. Coming to the meeting at least 2-3 minutes beforehand. On time means at the exact time, but in time means be in time means you are coming to the meeting and at least 3, 4, 5 minutes before the meeting time. And both groups, chairperson and the participants also has to be prepared for the meeting. Let's say now you are coming for the particular meeting for the third time or fourth time for that meeting. Then you should have the meeting minutes of the previous meetings in your hand. You should have gone through the meeting minutes and come prepared for the decisions and for the discussions and all these things. The chairperson who is handling the meeting also has to get prepared for himself to conduct the meeting. Otherwise, there are many chaos, and then what will happen is we will go out of the agenda. So it has to be pinpointed, and we have to be very focused on the meeting. That is why we need to be prepared for the meeting and be concise, right? Be very sharp, right? We cannot waste the time of the others. If the meeting is planned for 1.5 hours time, 45 minutes, sorry, 90 minutes time, Mohammed, why you are raising the hand? Is there any problem? Can't you hear? Right. Okay. So we have to be very sharp and we have to be very mindful about the time. So that is why we have to be concise. We cannot talk other things. Go away from the agenda. Only the points we prepared, only the points we are expected to talk should be spoken at the meeting. So there are things to be done before the meeting and during the meeting and after the meeting. So before the meeting, we'll have to define the objectives of the meeting. If the particular meeting is going to be done at the first time, the conductor, the convener of the meeting, convener, in Sinhala we call Kandavum Karu, right? Has to talk to the person presiding the meeting and define the objectives of the meeting. What we are going to have to discuss in this meeting. Why we are having this meeting at this particular time, particular duration. So we have to define the objective first. So then the most importantly, we need to have the participants for the meeting. So therefore, you have to invite necessary participants beforehand. There are many meetings conducted in this country, suddenly call for meetings. Sometimes the Colombo people call in the people from Anuradhapura, Hambantota and other areas people to come for a meeting tomorrow. So that means they are not pre-arranged and pre-thought regarding this particular meeting. Maybe there may be a very, very urgent meeting that you cannot help. You have to call them very quick, like pandemic issue, or like Ditwa issue, or any world war issue, or something like that. The meeting, suddenly the president calls for meeting, ministers calling for meetings, that that cannot be helped. That has to be done. But there are some routine meetings where you have to invite the necessary participants in hand for the participants to get prepared for the meeting and as well as to get prepared for their transportation and attending for the meeting. So that is very important. Number three is distributing the agenda and documents. Now, the most of the time we have seen the agenda has not been distributed in advance. So when you go to the meeting only, you see the agenda. Even after you sitting only, you get the agenda into your hand. So agenda will be distributed very fast at the time of starting the meeting. So this is not good. So agenda has to be prepared sometime back, and 2-3 days or 1 week back and you had the agenda should be sent to all the expected participants. So now that can be done because we have smartphones, we have WhatsApp support and all these things. So you can send the meeting the agenda through an email, through a fax, through WhatsApp message, and then and there, while even while traveling, the participants can go through the agenda and know that there will be a meeting next week. So we'll have to get prepared. These are the things that they are going to discuss. This is the agenda items. So assign roles for the meeting. No, so who will chair the meeting? Who will take the minutes? If there is a special presentation like 10-15 minutes presentation regarding the particular subject which is going to be talked during the meeting, so there can be a small presentation by an expert person. So you have to find that particular expert person beforehand and you can put it in the agenda saying that there will be a special presentation regarding this particular subject. Who is a subject specialist? His name is this. He will be doing the presentation from 9:15 to 9:30, something like that. So the participants know when they come to the meeting that there will be a special presentation as well regarding this particular in the meeting. So that is beforehand thing. So during the meeting, what will happen is we'll have to start on time and stick to the agenda. Now, this is also not happening in Sri Lanka most of the time because now the presiding person may be a higher ranking officer who is still at his office room but close by the meeting room, but still he is going through some letters and he has met some person beforehand before the meeting and the discussion is still going on. So that is not good thing because the person who is handling the meeting, who is going to preside the meeting, has to be there also in time before through 5 6 minutes before. My experience during my working career is that 95% of the meetings do not start in time. If they say the meeting will be started at 9 o'clock, then definitely the meeting will start after 9:30. Sometimes it goes another 1 hour. So because of this practice, because of this uh, tradition of starting the meeting late, the participants also thinking that this meeting will not take place according to the given time, they also get delayed. They also come late. So everybody come late. Then meeting also get delayed by another 1 hour, something like that. So this is not good practice. Not good practice. But I have seen some of the very good ladies and gentlemen, the big people, bosses, leaders, they come in time about 10 15 minutes before, come and sit in the chair, right? And then start the meeting in time. He or she does not care about the participants as well. Once he comes, they say, right, let's other people come, but we will start the meeting, like Dr. Udara now said. Right? I was getting ready for the meeting at 5:15. Dr. Udara was there. Professor Badrani also was there. So you start coming. About after 5 7 minutes time, we saw there are only 35 people. So I asked from Dr. Udara whether I will start. He said, no problem. So we'll start. Others will come. So that is how it should be happened. So you have to start on time and stick to the particular agenda, follow the agenda, not any other things. So it is the responsibility of the handling person, the presiding person, if the participants are talking about or trying to go out of the agenda and try to discuss some other matters which is not in the agenda, so the presiding person has the responsibility to control the meeting. No, this is not in the agenda. We will discuss this matter in some other meeting. We have called you all for these particular items to be discussed. So therefore, we will stick for this agenda. That is how the meeting has to be managed. Then the second thing is you have to encourage participation. That we are expecting around 20 people to come for the meeting. If there are only 5 or 6 people, then there will be some bad feelings start coming from the persons who are in the meeting now. No, others are not coming. We need others' support. We cannot discuss these agenda items without that particular person, A, O, B, O, C. So these things come to our mind, and they're the at the very beginning also we have a something like how can I say now, the effectiveness of the meeting, or the encouragement, or the feelings are not good for the meeting. So therefore you have to there are some people I have seen in lot of organizations, because of this poor participation, they will call them and remind them that there will be a meeting tomorrow or day after. Sometimes there will be three calls. About 2 weeks back, they will call and say, so there will be, madam, there will be a meeting on 27th of this month at 9:30 a.m. at this place. Can you remember, sir? Are you coming? Or asking that question. So then suddenly the people who are getting called are no, oh, there will be a meeting on 27th. I say, my goodness, I have scheduled some other meeting also, so we'll have to postpone that meeting and have to go to the this particular meeting. That is good in that way. Then one day before, 2, 3 days before, again call there will be a call from the same person asking, sir, just gave you a call to remind that the meeting will be day after tomorrow. Sometime there will be another third call also in the morning of the meeting, right? So I'm just calling whether you are coming for the meeting today, that we are getting ready, everything is okay. Are you coming? Or something like that. So the particular person knows that actually in the morning, how many people are coming for the meeting. That is called encourage participation. Call them and tell them to come. So during the meeting, the second thing is during the meeting, this encourage participation is another thing also here. That is now during the meeting, some of the participants will not talk, will not share their thoughts. So therefore, the person who is handling the meeting should try to get the ideas of all the people of some point. Get the participation. Call them. Sometimes call by name. Mr. Jayatis, sir, what is your idea about this? You have been silent for a long time. So Mr. Jayatis has to talk. Madam, what do you think about this? We have to come to a very good decision. Therefore, I need your everybody's participation and everybody's ideas. Something like that we have to say by the person who is handling the meeting. The third one is manage time and conflicts. So there can be arguments, heated arguments, little arguments, simple arguments, and then the arguments continue, and there will be a heated argument. Some people get up and talk against some ideas, right? So that has to be managed. That has to be managed. Conflicts and manage time also. So that is why in the meeting rooms, when the chairperson sits, the opposite side wall, there will be a clock, large, big clock. The participants cannot see, but everybody is having a wristwatch in their hand or the phone in their hand. But the person who is handling the chairperson can with a little glance to the opposite wall can see the clock, and he knows or she knows that this is the time now. Time is flying, time is going. The particular point has not been spoken within my time frame. I have allocated about 3 minutes for this particular point, but now it has gone about 10 minutes. So I will lose some time for the next point to be to be spoken. So these things has to be mind of the person who is handling the meeting. Manage the time and manage the conflicts. So after every meeting, they summarize the decision, and after the complete meeting, the last point to be summarize the key decisions which they have taken during the meeting. Right, let's see, go back to our decisions, like take some minutes, that take in the minutes in his hand. All right, this is the first point we have spoken. This is the decision we have taken. This is the second point. This is the take decision. The third point decision. Fourth point decision. Right. That way, you have to remind the minds of the other people that we have taken those decisions during this meeting. So after the meeting, after the meeting, if you can, there are some meetings, some executive committee meetings and the board meetings. Sometimes they will have a cup of tea within a half an hour's time, and that particular time, the minutes taker will distribute some minutes also, quick short minutes. Or else, if you cannot do the minute distribution within that particular day, normal accepted rule is to distribute minutes within 24 hours. This will not happen in our meetings. This will not happen. Most of the time, I have experiences where the minutes will be received by us 1 or 2 days before the next meeting day. If the meeting is monthly meeting, meetings come to you about after 25 days. So that is no purpose. Why? The meeting minutes have the activities, the responsibilities, some of the actions to be taken within 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, or 5 day. So the minutes coming after everything. That's no purpose of distributing those type of minutes. So remember, meeting minutes has to be sent within 24 hours, at least before 48 hours, within 2 days. Then follow up on action items. First, we distribute the minutes. Then we follow up on actions. Even the presiding person or the convened person is busy or a big shot, his secretary or that minutes taker will call and remind that there are follow-up actions to be taken, which has been taken the decision as a decision in the meeting. So you can call and remind these people regarding the actions to be taken before the next meeting. You have to receive the minutes properly. You have to write the minutes properly. Follow up there are rules and regulations how to write a minutes. I will show you, and these has to be followed very carefully. So now I am going to share an agenda for an official meeting. Time for the meeting has to be given 9:15 or 9:30 or something like that. Then you have to give the date, time, and location of the meeting. Date 27th of April 2026. Time will be 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Location will be the conference room of the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, conference room of the manager engineering. So that has to be in the agenda. So next one is list of participants expected. So in the agenda, if the participants are 100 or 200, you cannot have the list of participants. If it is a very high level board meeting like thing, that in a in a company's board or in the like association or the corporation of the board, there will be on the board members around 7, 9, 10, 11. Only few members. They are all very important people. So that the list of participants can be put in the agenda saying that these people are coming. Sometimes special invitees will also will be there. So their names are also appearing in the agenda so that the other persons are knowing that these people are also coming for that particular meeting. So I'll have to get prepared, and sometimes they will ask some questions regarding this my area of problem and has to be prepared. So then in the agenda items to discuss in order of priority. Item will be listed in order of the priority. First one, second one, third one, and fourth one. Sometimes there are very smart bosses, conveners, so they will have the allotted time per each item. Item number 1, 10 minutes. Item number 2, 15 minutes. Item number 3, 10 minutes again. Item number 4, 7 minutes, something like that. So they distribute the time accordingly and be very sharp. Person responsible for each topic also can be given in the agenda. Right? So I will give you a sample agenda of a meeting. Welcome and introduction. So welcome will be done by the presiding person, and the small introduction, 1 or 2 minutes. 1 or 2 minutes. Sometimes our people who are presiding the meeting will have the meeting time is 1.5 hours. He will be have the introduction of half an hour. See, we will be losing a lot of time. The interest is also will be gone. So introduction has to be very precise, very accurate, and very short. Very quickly, within 1, 2, 3 minutes, the person has to do the introduction of the meeting. Number 2, review of previous minutes. Sometimes the previous minutes will be read by some person. Quickly read. Within 2, 3 minutes, minutes will be read. Or the president or the convener can ask other person, now we have disputed your minutes. Can you go through the minutes within 1 minute, and we will start the meeting again. Then different projects, project updates. If we are going to talk about 2, 3, 4 projects, so project 1 update, project 2 update, project will be updated by the project heads. Budget review. Now, how these particular projects are moving on, what are the budget problems, what are the budget review of the meeting, budget of the particular project, right? New businesses. What are the new businesses coming for the company? What are the new thoughts? Sometimes the business promotion manager or marketing manager has sent a letter to the chairman or the managing director saying that there is a very high possibility of there's a opportunity for us to start up a new business model, business thing. So that will be discussed as a new business in this particular meeting. So question and answers time also will be there. The discussion time, matters to be discussed, any concerns, like then there will be a small time period for 5 minutes to 6 minutes to others to discuss anything missing. We see anything we have missed in the meeting. So then question and answer time will be then wrapping up of the meeting will be done. Now we are going to taking of minutes. Important points for taking minutes. So there will be a special person to take in minutes. In a company, there will be special secretaries to take minutes. They are experts. So there will be a recording also. So they can hear the recording within 1 day and write the minutes. While the meeting is recorded, the particular person writes the minutes also. And I have a experience in district coordinating committee meetings. There's a large meeting that will be started by 9:30. It will go about around 2 o'clock. Sometimes it will go up to 3 hours, 3 p.m. regard about 5 to 6 hours. So a single person cannot take the minutes. Therefore, there will be 2 or 3 people who will be taking minutes. Because when 3 people are taking minutes, they get together and discuss, and the minutes can be written. Even the recording also can be, because now when it's not easy for the people to listen to a 6 hour recording and write in minutes, because sometimes they repeat again, come back 2 3 minutes, some things which have mentioned at a distance cannot really understand while in the when you are playing the recording. There are a lot of issues, but anyhow you have to manage. Capture the decisions made. Exactly capture the important decisions made at the meeting. Note certain items. Who has spoken this one? What is the point? When they are going to do this one? Field inspection, right? A small, another practical meeting, all these things. Who, what, when, how, everything will come to into the picture, and certain items will be noted specially, giving special uh, things, right? Be concise but clear. So you're writing minutes අර සාහිත්‍ය සංගමේ ලියපු ලියුම් වගේ නෙවෙයි. I can tell you in Sinhala. මේ අවස්ථාවේදී නුපුණු විජේසිංහ මෙනවිය නැගී සිට මා විසින් මෙසේ ප්‍රකාශ කරන ලද බවත් නැහැ කියලා. There will be a long paragraphs regarding what Nipuni Vijayasinghe has said. Those are not needed in the those are not needed in these type of meetings. Right. Students, now you have to be very mindful about this, because now if you unmute your mics, it will be a disturbance for all, right? Okay. Then be concise but clear. Exact thing has to be mentioned in the minute very clearly in very short manner, rather than writing a lot of unnecessary things. There is a special way of writing minutes. Stay objective and use a neutral tone. Neutral tone, not a very aggressive mode. Tone has to be very neutral in the minutes itself. So when you are writing a meeting minute, you have to use a standard template. There are standard templates, including meeting details. First, students, you have to take this one, right? Because we are going to do a minutes writing in the next class, in the assessment. Details, meeting details, attendees and absentees, agenda items discussed, key points and decisions, action items and deadlines. This is a normal standard template of meeting minute. So when you send in the meeting minute or typing, you have to very carefully read the proof, what you have already written, and go through 2 3 times whether I have written the correct thing. When you are going through 2 3 times, you will not see the errors. So therefore, you can ask some of your friends to go through it and see whether there are any erroneous places in this particular meeting and miss things, all these things. Even though you can ask your boss, the person who has presided, sir, madam, can you go through little within 1 minute, see whether there's anything to be added in this meeting. So they will guide you. No, these are things that we have discussed. One point you have made discuss. This should not be written like this way. You have to change some of the words, right? It had to be polite manner. You have to say these things. These things will be guided by the particular person uh, who has the experience, who have conducted the meeting. So take this one, meeting title, write first, date and time, location of the meeting, who was presiding the meeting, that is chairperson of the meeting, attendees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attendees. Sometimes you attach the attendees list as an attachment. If it is more than 30, 40 people as an attachment, or if it is less than 15, you can put the attendees names also in the meeting minute. Then absentees and excuses also should be mentioned. First, attendees present. Second one is excuses. Third one is absent. Excuses means the people who have sent a message saying that today I am not able to participate in the meeting personally. Please excuse me. So that is also a ethical way. Discipline manner, you have to get the excuse from the person who has called you for the meeting saying that I cannot come into the meeting, but I will remain committed in the meeting, and send me the meeting minutes, and I will uh, take actions according. So then the seventh one is agenda item number 1. So you have to write the summary of the background, then the decision taken, what are the actions to be taken. Agenda item number 2, write a small summary, the decisions taken and actions to be taken. Likewise, you go on all agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many agenda items? If you have talked about 5 agenda items, you write all these 5 agenda items in the meeting minutes. So ninthly, any other matters discussed. So the special matters discussed after the normal agenda items have been discussed. Any other matters? So you have to write, they have to take a decision about the next meeting date, time and location. That also has to be mentioned in the meeting minute. Then below, take this note, below the next meeting date, you can have a small line across the paper, and there can be 2 signatures. One is the name of the person who has taken minutes during the meeting. Let's say Miss Janaki Veerasurya, management assistant, the person who has taken the meeting minutes. The second one, once the meeting minutes are printed, there should be a responsible person to approve the minutes. So if the managing director or the HR manager who has been doing the presiding part, the chairperson's role, so he can sign on behalf of the organization. Meeting minutes are approved by, he has to sign, put his signature, his name and his designation down the line. So everybody knows that particular meeting minutes has been taken by Janaki Veerasurya. The meeting minutes have been approved by Dr. Sanjeeva Jayaratna, Managing Director or something. Right. Now, I want to share some of small things with you. I will send you this particular note also. Now, now the meeting minutes writer should know why I am taking the meeting minutes. What is the importance of taking meeting minutes? What is my role as a meeting taker? How I should take the minutes? Whether it is a simple present tense one or how I should write this one. What are the technical jargons or the descriptive manner? Now, if you say if you have participated in HR meeting, the wording, the terminologies, the word jargon is different with the engineering minute or technical meeting minute. It is completely is something else when you have participated in a financial meeting. So the minutes taker should know how should I take these minutes, what is the my purpose of this taking of the minutes and how to present the meeting minutes. Right? So the he also also should have the agenda, meeting agenda, and practice with that. So the important three things is regarding meeting is first one is good chair, presiding person who can control the meeting, good chair, very accurate meeting taker, and you have to have a good agenda. Three things very important: a good chair, an accurate minute taker, and a very effective meeting agenda. So now another thing regarding minute taker, he or she should have the all emails or contact numbers and the way the minute should be sent. Minutes of the all emails, addresses of the participants, electronic files and databases. Handwritten notes about the meeting minutes. So the minute taker has to be very careful about why minutes are not like words. Minutes are permanent. It's written in words. It's a formal record. And the other thing is the meeting minute taker cannot think about her or his things and write meeting minutes. He or she has to record the actual happenings, actual statements during the meeting. So you can write a small note regarding agenda. If you do not have an agenda, what will happen? That will be a frustrating meeting, right? The meeting will not be a productive one if you do not have an agenda. Even the minute taker cannot take meeting minutes because he or she also does not have agenda to write. And the very important thing is that minutes writer should know what are the things he or she should put into the minutes. Unnecessary words talked, heated arguments. These things have to be ignored. අපි හිතමු බැනගත්ත මොකක් හරි කියලා ඔයා කියන වැඩේ වැරදි ඔයා ඉදත් ඔහොම කිව්වා something like that unnecessary word. The meeting writer should not put those words. This person spelled out these words, then other person attacked all these things. That has to be forgotten. Only the points, the facts has to be, the worded wordings should not be mentioned. So the meeting minute writer, be very careful about how to write the concise, accurate, complete meeting minute. And the final thing is regarding meeting minutes, he or she should write what are the future actions to be taken, who are responsible for these actions. Future actions and who are responsible for these actions. Okay, now I'm going to close up the meeting, the presentation. Conclusion, good meetings should have a good planning and clear communication. So you have to plan for the meeting, prepare the conference hall. If we are going to serve a tea, get ready with that, right? And then everything has to be get ready, multimedia. If there are presentations, multimedia has to be ready. Electricity, you have to be very careful about the electricity and get confirmed there will be no electricity interruption. Also, you have to plan everything. The place and everything have to be reserved. Then clear communication for all the people who are expected to be in the meeting. Then effective minutes are a record and a reference. Record and a reference. Minutes. Lastly, practice makes perfect. That if you practice writing minutes, practice handling the meetings, conducting meetings, you will be an expert. So I hope you all who are civil engineering students, you will be one day a boss or one day a meeting conductor, convener, and one day sometimes start writing meeting minutes. You can take some of the things from this, fruitful things of this particular presentation. All right. Now, assessment number 3 regarding this. Okay, students, now this is the third assessment in respect of meeting conducting and meeting minutes. So there will be 2 or 3 meeting scenarios. I will be sending to you and discussion points given to students by tomorrow and will be uploaded to your Moodle. Right? 2 or 3 meeting scenarios. That will be Professor Badrani and other your instructors will take this one and we will number it 1, 2 and 3. 1 no 2. And then when you come for the practical class, assessment class, you will be given a number and corresponding meeting scenario corresponding that particular number will be you have to have that one. Get ready. So by tomorrow we will have 3 scenarios. You have to get ready for all 3 scenarios or 2 scenarios. And when you come to the classroom, you will be given a 1 scenario, corresponding scenario in the classroom, and you have to write the respective meeting minute. Respective